and welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten. Hope that you're all doing well. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. I do hope that you enjoy and you'll stick around. If you are coming back, welcome back. And today I'm going to be working on 13 Treasures, which is a craftable canvas. So this is quite a big one. It's 79 by 108 centimeters, so it's quite large. 65 colours. So I've got it kitted up in bottle storage, and I do like bottle storage because even if I can't get them all in, this is my first 70 bottle case. I can put a Ziploc bag in the net bit with the extras in and I just fill it up. So here is my kit. Now this did not come with ABs, but I had a lot of round ABs left over from doing Firefly fireworks, so I'm putting those into this one as it is. So that's what I've got it kitted up in. Now I did start this the other day just because I'd done a few days on Demure Wisdom and it was like, right, time to start on a round, but it's quite a big kit. So I do work on them slightly differently. So first of all, no cover papers. I have sectioned this off with washi tape because I'm working on quite large sections, and that's mainly because it is a confetti blocking picture, which means that I can whip out a multi-placer and do larger sections. Also, because of how big this is, if I put it on one coat hanger and hang it off my rack, it's massive. It's too big for the piece of wall that I've got. So I've actually been rolling this one back up and standing it at the side of my desk. So for that reason, cover papers won't work. They'll just go everywhere. So as you can see, I have actually been working on this upside down. This is the top of the picture. I have secured the rest of it with large paper clips. You can use bulldog clips as well, and I do tend to switch to bulldog clips once I start rolling the bit that has the drills on it. And that's just how I work. As time goes on, I'll roll it and then I keep rolling it, but I prefer not to lean on done drills, so I always tend to work from the top down. But this first row I'll work upside down. Hope that makes that clear. But thank you for joining me today. So it is a round drill, because I am working on with washi tape. I am going to need a cover minder, so I'm going to use this lovely resin bear, which was one of the resin bits that I was making. I don't do them anymore, please don't ask. We don't do cover minders anymore. So that is how I'm working on this. I will now work this first row, possibly 2 rows, upside down, and then I will turn it around and work from the normal way. So I just thought, because I haven't worked on this yet, that I would work on this today while chatting to you. So let me get myself comfy. First of all, I need to pick a tray. So I'm a standard tray user. I have now got the multicoloured tray towers on Etsy, along with the pale blue tray. This is the baby blue tray, so I'm going to use that one today. They are up on Etsy as we speak. I am actually making myself another one in a colour that I prefer. Because I can. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up. So I've got my blue standard tray. I'm going to use this pen just because it's already primed and ready to go. I've got a 7 placer and a single placer. Oh, actually, let's not. Let's use this one. So, as I have said before, I very often end up with the dodgy pens if they go wrong, and this one had a massive dint in the top. If you look, see, I can break it off. So I just used that, but this is actually a 10 placer and I've got a single placer. It did have tape in it the last time I worked on here, so let's use that. There are a couple of the soft grip super light polymer clay pens on the thing, so I'm just going to make sure I'm in the right space. And what I'm going to do first of all is I missed out the ABs in this section here, so the first thing I'm going to do is put those ABs in, which is unusual for me. I normally do the ABs last of all on a section. So let me just put those in, because it will drive me mad. And I thought I could work on this for a bit, get a video done. It is Sunday, so it is my rest day. I've already done a couple of sections on Demure Wisdom today. Actually, I've done 3 sections already today. But I wanted to do a little bit on this, and then I can go back to Demure Wisdom, because I've only got a couple of rows left, so I really want to get that finished. So far working on the Craftably canvas. Love the canvas. Absolutely lovely. Love the drills, they're phenomenal, beautiful drills. Not liking the intensity of colour on some of these symbols, because I really struggle with very dark colours. 2 in particular, which are these 2, I've already placed them. They are so dark I had to take a picture with my phone and then have a look and see what it was. So not the saturated colour I'm not a big fan of. However, it is an older kit, so it is very feasible that actually they've changed it since then. But if they haven't, that's something that I would struggle with. However, this isn't for me, this is for the lovely Annalie for her room. So you know, it's got to be done. So I hope you're all okay. I've had a busy week. It was half term for a lot of schools in this area last week, so I did work an extra day, which is why I didn't do a live on the Friday. I am going to continue doing the lives, but I'm only going to do them every other week. And it's purely because my life isn't that interesting, honestly, and I will run out of things to talk about. Obviously that will change as we get into later on in the year, because we've got the hashtag May 24. I will be putting info up on that event, because there will be some changes. I will put that info up soon for anyone that is interested in popping along and joining us. Other than that, what news have I got? So obviously the blue trays have gone up now, the light blue trays. Currently I am making the light blue. I'm still making light blue trays, so there's still some to come. There's still some on Etsy. I am currently also printing the limited edition colour tray for... I'm not doing very well with my multi-placing today. Yeah, the tray for the event, which will be launched in June. So they are being made as we speak, which is the noise you can hear in the background. I don't think I've got anything else really. Life updates, I am still struggling with my knees. So in my, hold on, my left knee, right, so both knees I've got arthritis anyway, but in my left knee I currently have bursitis, which is otherwise known as housemaid's knee, and it's just incredibly painful and incredibly swollen, and it's from, you know, getting down on your knees quite a lot. Don't let your dirty mind go elsewhere, I promise. It is from getting on the floor to clean shower floors, so that's not very pleasant at the moment. And you know, it is kind of forcing me to have a look at what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. You know, I was gutted to give up doing nails because my hands are so bad, but right now my knees are worse. So on that note, we are forging ahead to finally finish the cabin, and once it is finished I will then endeavour to build that up a bit. I've got a bit of time, you know, I'm not going to have to retire just now. And the nicer weather is coming, so it does mean that I should get a little bit of relief from the arthritis. You know, it always plays up more when it's damp. So alongside starting to gradually build up the nails again, I will then, as time goes on, hopefully be able to pull back from the cleaning a bit, because my body's not going to hack it. It's not going to hack it, I'm afraid. So I am gonna have to think. So I'm hoping that between the Etsy stuff and nails and the cleaning job for now, I can gradually phase the cleaning job out, because I've got to do something. I have to do something. Nothing's going to happen immediately, put it that way. But the nicer weather is here. Yesterday I went on a cleaning rampage because I kind of felt like spring was coming. It may take me a minute to find where my next one is, because I'm not used to this. I've literally only done this one full section, so this is a brand new canvas for me. I'm still getting used to where all the symbols are. And yes, I know, you'll all sit there and you'll go, oh, well, if you put them in alphabetical order or colours or what. Do you know what? I just keep them in DMC order, because I will figure out where they are eventually. And it's easier to kit down that way. Although I have a feeling that this kit will be around for a while. It's a bit of a larger one. That said, I am nearly at the end of Demure Wisdom. So I would normally do a vote for the next square canvas. I'm really sorry, but I'm actually not going to be doing a vote, because I am going to pull out a Mandy Manzano. I'm going to pull out Think of Me, which is inspired by Phantom of the Opera, because I was doing a comparison between images on budget companies and then on proper companies. Caused a little bit of a stir with one person when I did that one, but anyway, I need to complete that canvas so that I can complete that comparison. So I'm going to pull that one out and do that and get it done. So that will be the next square drill canvas, and that should keep me going for a little while then. I have added another canvas to my stash this week. You may or may not have seen that video already. If you have, hope you liked it, and if you haven't, it's coming. So that is where we are at the minute. Now I also want to try, I've got 2 canvases which I've started but haven't done much on. So one of them was my original in-car canvas, which will be going back into the car, because I am going to be having some shifting around of clients, which means that while Kat is still at school, I may get some free time again. So that one is Corgi Nights from Dreamer Designs. I struggle on that one as well because it's quite saturated colours for the symbols, and I really don't do well with those. So that'll go back in. I also have the Snoopy one, can't remember what it's called, but I literally did a section a bit at Christmas, haven't touched it since. So I am going to try and clear those off as well, especially the Snoopy one. It shouldn't take me long at all. But because I'm so close to finishing Demure Wisdom, I just want to get it finished. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do this video on here today. I am then going to switch back to Demure Wisdom, and I am going to go all guns out to get that finished, because I can then de-kit it, kit down, whichever you want to say, and then I'm going to do the Snoopy one and get that out of the way, because it'll only take a couple of days, and then I can kit that one down as well, which then means that I can kit up a couple. Because when I went to do the vote, what I noticed was I have an awful lot of Mandy Manzanos. Not only do I have a lot of Mandy Manzanos kitted up, I also have a lot of Mandy Manzanos that are not kitted up. But I need some variety. I need to kit up some variety, because literally if I'd have done a vote, you'd have had to choose between 3 Mandy Manzano kits. So I just thought, do you know what? I will just pick Think of Me to get that particular thing done, because it's completed then. So yeah, if I can get a couple of the little ones done, I can kit a couple up. I did see a comment, I will read it out because I am going to do comments in a minute. Someone did say about bringing their spare storage, because I said I didn't have any. What I meant when I said I didn't have any was I didn't have any bottle storage that I could use. I do, however, have multiple other storage options that I've got, so please don't worry. I have plenty, much more storage than I would ever need. So I will be doing a couple of kitting ups in the next, you know, few weeks. So there will be new stuff on there, because I need to get a little bit of a variety in. And it will mean that I need to leave some of my Mandy Manzanos to one side until I've done some of the others. You know, get some new artists. And I've got quite a few recently from different artists. I've got Christopher Lovell now. What was the one I did today? Miles Pinckney, I think it is. Oh my god, I love it. So, you know, I have got quite a few. I've got a, oh my god, I've got a Enamorte. Who else? I've got so many beautiful kits by lots of different artists that I could kit up. So there will be some of those coming. All told, I haven't had as much time to diamond paint as I like, which is always the case, isn't it? We never get enough time. But today I did make a good old dint into Real Wisdom, so hence why I'm so eager to get back to it. Really want to get that one done. What else have I got? I think that's about it, to be fair. You know, as I've said before, I'm always looking for new filaments anyway, so that's never something that I'm not doing. Right, so because I've just done that one, I'm going to do this symbol here, just because it jumps out at me and it's a nice pretty colour. Now, is it that one? No, it's a slant, so that nearly caught me out. So where are you? Green, green, green. It's that one. So quite similar. Nearly. And that's what I mean with this, that, you know, the symbols aren't as clear as I'm used to, but all told it's very good quality, so I'm not unhappy. I am enjoying doing it. And I always enjoy working on canvases where I can multi-place. From the person who said right at the beginning that she would never multi-place. It goes to show how much we change. So I think that's all my news. Yeah, not much going on really. Health wise, I'm not brilliant, but I'm not awful. I still haven't smoked. I do have a vape. I've actually found that it's not the nicotine that I'm missing. It's actually the action of smoking, which is why the inhalator worked, but I don't really like the inhalator. So I do have a vape, which I use when I'm really struggling. It is 0 nicotine, however, because that nicotine habit needs to have been broken, because that's the addiction side of it. So I think I'm on, it would have been 4 weeks on, 5 weeks on Thursday, I think, Wednesday. So I'm, you know, nearly at 6 weeks. Super proud of myself, and I know my dad would be as well. It was a big thing for him for me to stop smoking. So, you know, I'm doing it for my dad, I'm doing it for my granddaughter, so I'm around for her, and yeah, it's going well. And in light of that, it is now the 3rd week, the week before payday, and I still actually have money left, which would never have happened before. That's the biggest thing I've noticed, is how much money I'm not spending now. I can't believe I used to spend that amount of money. So anyway, that's going now too. So if I just finish this colour off, I was going to try and explain on a couple of the whips how I work my sections, because we're all different, aren't we? But it does vary for me on what's in that section. So in this one, number one, if I have ABs, I always do my ABs last. And predominantly it's because the AB tends to flake a bit, and it will make your tape or your putty or whatever less sticky. Also because if I put new tape in, if I try and do the ABs with brand new double-sided tape in, it will pull the coating off and it won't let go of the drills, so we don't want that either. But it's also because I quite enjoy putting that finishing touch of the AB in the section. So that's how I do it. But sometimes, you know, sometimes I will do a section. It depends what painting it is. If it's got a lot of black outline, I tend to do all the black outline first. Sometimes I will just go in and do whatever colour jumps out the most at me. Sometimes I'll do the ones where I've got the least, sometimes the most. But most of the time, it is worked by whatever's in this bottom corner. Now, as I said, I always usually work from the top down, and I always start on the right hand side, and that's because I'm less likely to put my hand in sticky. So that's just the way that I work. But when I do my square, I work from left to right, as you would if you were working. So I tend to pick whatever drill is in this bottom corner and I work my way out. Like I said, it can vary. That's on the wrong one. It can vary. It depends what that picture consists of, if there's a particular pattern, but usually I start in this bottom right corner. So if I follow, it's a little bit different on this one because we do have some darker colours, but I usually tend to stick to that method. So the next symbol we come across is actually this little H symbol down here. It's also here. I've got another dark symbol there. I don't know what that is, but there's only one of them, so I'm not going to go with that one. We'll go with this. I think it's a H. Is it a H or is it this one? This is the problem I'm having. And of course, because my phone is up there, I would, if I was struggling with this, I'd take a picture of the canvas and then I would scroll in to have a look and to see what symbol it was, but I can't actually see. So I think that is actually this symbol. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh no, it's not. No, it is this one. It's this one. Found it. 829. See what I mean? They're not the clearest. So, however, you know, it's nice to work on something different than just working on Diamond Art Club all the time, which I'll always do because they're my favourite, but that makes a lot more sense now we've got that colour. So yeah, I just sort of start in this bottom left hand corner and I just radiate out until I've done all of that colour in the section, just like that. So there's not masses of them. With this one, I am trying to do the darker colours first, so that I can get the ones that I'm not sure of out of the way first, because then it makes it quicker once I get to the lighter symbols. I think it is just a case of they need to think more about how they print on the darker colours, because this is not working. But like I said, it's an older kit. They may very well have changed it since then. So we've got one there. They may have improved since then. But yeah, I just find doing a mixture of the two just makes it easier as we get towards the end. I mean, they are quite large sections. Just because I am able to multi-place. And I made that decision because I didn't want to be pulling off, you know, 2 or 3 or even more cover papers, although I do have some beautiful cover papers which I always get from Penni at Calb's Sparkles. Her info and the link to her Etsy shop is down below in the description box. Because I always, you know, everything, my spare storage is from Calb Sparkles. My cover papers are from Calb Sparkles. My laugh of the day comes from Calb Sparkles. Right, that's a square. So I'm just double checking there isn't any more of those. Right, so I've got a few comments to go through. Not many. We did quite a lot on the last one. But let's have a see. I'm going to start with the oldest first. Stephanie Schreiner from 10 days ago. She commented on the Wip and Chat on Firefly Fireworks. She says, hello, just looked and I have a question. If I got one pen and a mini tray, what will it cost for you to ship it to me? I know I've never been that lucky to order from it. Please let me know, and I wish, let me know. Okay, so first of all, it will tell you if you go onto the Etsy shop and you put into the basket what it is that you want. You can go through everything and it will tell you what the shipping will be at the end of it. Because the problem is, depends where you live. Usually it's not that expensive for weight. I'm going to presume that this is the dot. So I think that's a 310. So let's get those out the way so that I know I've done them, because there's not many. So yeah, you can get your basket on Etsy. You can put in your mini tray. You can put in your pen. For most places outside the UK, that would usually be a minimum cost of about £4.20. But it will tell you on there, so please do. There is a link in the description box below. Please do go and check that out, and it will work it out for you before you have to pay anything. So no guessing required, because that's what I'd have to do. She also says, I wish I had the friends you have. They are wise and understanding. Just love the friendship. I'm presuming that you're talking about Penni, but to be fair, all of my subscribers are amazing. They are very understanding, and you know, sometimes more than they need to be, because I've made no secret of the fact, you know, I'm quite a busy person. I have, in essence, I mean, if you take, let's say you take the handful of nails that I do and the Etsy shop, then that is a part-time job in itself, plus the cleaning, which is another part-time job, you know. So I am working full-time, and any spare time I've got is pretty much diamond painting or YouTube videos, you know, because it means a lot to me. However, I have always been very honest and said I don't have a set schedule because anything could happen. Anything could happen. But I do enjoy doing it. And sometimes it's worth doing. I mean, like I said, it does take, doing this today, this video, it will take me longer, twice as long to do this section as it would if I was just diamond painting. Oh, and there's 4 there, so I nearly missed those. This is what I mean, the symbols are so dark. If that had just been white writing. Do they do any white writing? I don't think they do they? That's where you're going wrong then. You need to put that white writing on. You need to have, maybe they can't, maybe the way that they do their printing, they only print in black, but they are definitely instances where white writing would make that so much clearer. So if for any unknown reason you would be watching Craftably, there's a hint. Please let me know in the comments if they've already made that change or have already changed the way they do things, because I might be giving them bad press for nothing. Right, number 3. Where's my 3 symbol? There. But thank you for commenting. She also said, I forgot to tell you I quit smoking to man, the craving sucks ass. I kind of agree with you, but I don't, because I'm not actually craving that badly. I've actually found it a lot easier than I thought, but I will say, with my infinite wisdom as an ex-smoker, you need to want to quit. That is the difference for me this time. Every other time I've quit because I've had to, not because I wanted to. And by having to, I mean when I'm pregnant, when I've had major operations, when I've been stuck in hospital, or when a doctor has turned around and said you must quit smoking. And it's never worked until this time. And this time, the difference is I want to do it. And I found it much, much easier. So I'm very happy with that. We'll do this one next, but thank you for commenting. And then we have E Pro Harder on unboxing question of reality. I love that canvas. It's literally, the box is stood on the stairs right now, waiting to go upstairs to be put away in the wardrobe. But there's part of me that just wants to kit it up. Really, I just want to kit it up. Problem is, if I kitted it up, I still won't be able to do it for the next few months because I already have stuff planned, she says. Okay, so E Pro Harder, she says kitting, perfect channel, catch you later. Oh, bless you, thank you very much. Nice of you to comment. I hope that you did enjoy. Just revert back to my single placer for these ones. You can multi-place in singles, you know, it's quite easy to do like that. It's just that when I do that, I then end up having to sort them out after, so I don't tend to, but you can. Does speed it up a bit. It's usually that second one I can't get hold of. So it's just habit to twizzle my pen round. We then have a lovely comment from Villica. Oh, here you go. This is the comment I was on about. She said, love it. Too bad you cannot kit up. Would love to see you working on this. Well, the thing is, Villica, even if I kitted it up, I wouldn't be working on it yet. Because I've got too many others to be doing. So, you know, yes, I can kit it up, but it would sit on that shelf for a few months before I get to it. I've got so many kits I want to do. I'll get there eventually, and like I said, I do actually have some spare storage. I could very easily put together some storage to kit it up. It's just me venting because I want to kit them all up. I just don't want to return to having 25 kits kitted up like I was before. She also says, if you lived closer to me, I'd immediately bring you one of my empty storage systems. Love from the Netherlands, Villica. I know you would, Villica. Absolutely. because you're that kind of person. But honestly, I've got a cupboard full of storage. I will need to kit up a couple more before we go into another voting round. However, there's not a lot of variety, let's say, in there at the minute. I think out of the ones that I have got kitted up, at least a third of them are all Mandy Manzanos. So I need to get some variety in there, definitely. And I do like it when you guys vote. I do, you know. These are the kits you're going to be looking at for the next few weeks. So I do like to give you guys the choice. But I do need to get Think of Me done. So let's go with that for the next square one. And you guys can vote on the next of either, because they will reach a point where they'll all be square kits, because I don't have as many rounds. I've said this before. So at some point it will just be you're voting for the next kit. And then I'll use another reason to justify having more than one kit on the go. Maybe I'll have one colour style. You know, I'll have a pastel one and a bright colours one going at the same time or something, I don't know. I do not need excuses to have more than one kit on the go. I've just tried to avoid it because I would end up with loads started. She also says, don't be too hard on yourself, Sam. It's totally understandable you're not always in the mood for a live after a full day's work. Absolutely. And it is, but you know, I've made the decision. I do like going live on a Friday. I do. It's a perfect day to do it on because hubby goes to the pub. I haven't got to be up early. I can start a little bit later so I can talk to people a bit further afield. You know, I do like to catch up with my subscribers in the States and Australia and all that. So, you know, I do like a Friday, but maybe every other Friday instead of every Friday. And also there's the fact that if I start doing nails again, building that up, I'll probably be working Saturday mornings. So yeah, I think it's more a fear of running out of things to say. But damn was I pleased to be back on alive with Penny. Have missed her. So we will be back. Let me just make sure I finish this colour before I read the rest of your comment out, Villica, because if I don't, I will lose where I am. I don't want to miss any. I will miss colours because I always miss bloody colours. But there you go. There's a load down here, look. See, I would have totally missed them. And it's just because I'm doing bigger sections. There we go. So let's get these in. I might as well single place these because I'm that close. Oh, the days when I used to single place every single drill. How relaxing is it though when you're just sitting there and focusing on your drilling? Oh, love it. Love it, love it. Right, I think that's all of those. She also says, after a full day of teaching, I only want the company of my kitties. I talk to them, and after I fed them, they go to sleep and I can paint quietly. Oh, I wish. I have to retreat upstairs if I want any quiet time. She said, my compliments on the fact that you've quit smoking. Hopefully you can enjoy a lot of sun time the coming week. Lots of love from the Netherlands. Thank you, Villica. Lots of love back to you. I mean, it is a little bit easier to leave it out now. Okay, so I'm going to go down here to this symbol here because there's only a couple. There is literally a couple, but if I clear that one off, then it's done. So that will be 905. So let's get a couple of those. It is literally, oh yeah, you got a few here, look. So not many, just a few. If I get them done, that's like a big section across the bottom that I've cleared out the way. There is method to my madness. Okay, what have we got next? On the live, the lovely Betty Harris said, "Hi Sam, how you doing?" Hi Betty, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm okay. Been quite an emotional week this last week because of my spiritual circle that I go to. I will do a whip on that actually at some point. I will do a delve into my spiritual side, so you can all have a good look at how I embrace the weird and wonderful world of spirit, and what it means for me. I have become very aware of my own capabilities, I guess, recently, which has been a bit of an eye-opener, but just working on improving those skills pretty much. That's where I'm at. Right, now I've got that one done. I'm now going to do this dark arrow because I can see it there. I can see that it's a dark arrow. It just takes me a little time to figure out. So it is a... Is it an arrow? I need a magnifying glass. It's this. 938. Yeah. Found it. It's fine. But yeah, I'm doing well, Betty. You know, usual aches and pains. The old age stuff. I've got a random drill in there, so let's take that out. I did have somebody ask me the other day in a message, actually, while I remember them, about the trays. They asked about the spacing on the lines on the trays, so let's cover that right now. So the lines on the trays are at 2, hang on, I need to say this right. So a round drill is 2.8 millimeters. So that is the spacing for the lines in the tray. So if you are doing a lot of the budget company kits with round drills, you may find that you're getting a lot of drills stuck. So here are the usual places to get drills stuck. This top corner here and this bottom corner here, and it's just purely because of the way that the tray curves round. Most of the time, if you're getting round drills stuck there, it's because they're slightly bigger than the 2.8 millimeters. That's all. It's as simple as that, and you will get that with any tray where it's that close. So when I shake my tray, when I've got round drills, it's very easy just to shake it this way, and then I just tap them down to get them to line up. If I'm using square drills, however, because they're only 2.5 millimeters, I actually tilt it at the same time as tapping it to line it up, so that all of the drills lay against that line. And then when I pick them up, I actually push them against the line to get them straight, because there's a little bit more freedom. You will notice, and I know a lot of you will agree with me on this, you will notice the quality of your square drills, especially just from the way they line up in your tray. Because on the cheaper companies, you will very often, not all of them, please don't jump on me, but some of them, you will notice that there is a big discrepancy between the sizes of the square drills, and they don't look very nice lined up. So yeah, that's cleared that off. So the spacing is set at 0.28, I think, or 2.8 millimeters. That also beggars the reason I was once asked if I could tighten up the lines to make it tighter to match somebody else's. The answer to that is no. If I tightened that up, it would mean that you would only be able to use this tray for square drill, and I would then have to produce 2 trays, one for square, one for round drills, And nobody wants to do that where you can do both in one. It's just not cost effective. So that's where we are on that one. Just reminded me of it then, because we were talking about drills. Looking for my colour, where are you? There it is. It's like a slanted T. So yeah, on round drills, it is much easier to get them to line up because they fit those lines pretty perfectly. And that's what I like. That's what I wanted when I was looking for the pattern. I wanted a drill pattern that would be quite quick and easy to make work for me. Because with everything else going on, I don't want to be faffing around. You know, it can take a little time to get 3D printers set up. So I didn't want to be faffing around with different printers with different sizes and all that, because it's just time consuming. Let's do that. Right, next question. Just got a hello from Catherine Mola. Thanks, Catherine. There you go. And then the lovely Leandri. She just commented on Question of Reality. She went, next to his dolphins one, this is my favourite. Do you know what? It's my second favourite. I tell you why I don't like the dolphins one. Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's a nice picture. Would I do it if someone bought it for me? Absolutely, because it's a Diamond Art Club and it's pretty. But what I don't like is I don't like it where they do the split and they've got some stuff underwater and some stuff on top of the water. I just don't like it. But I like the fact that in this one you've got all those different elements. You've got really old against really new, all the way back to our ancestors and all the way forward to those that come after, that sort of thing. I'm guessing that's what I read into it anyway. That's what I read into it. And it's just so much going on in that picture, and I think the colours are really bright and I really like it. I am waiting for the other one of his to go back in though, so that I can get it, because I do really love it. And I do want to get at least one of what is instantly recognisable as a Christopher Lovell. Because, you know, Question of Reality isn't. Neither is the Dolphins one, but very similar styles. I guess the one I've chosen is a Question of Reality. You know, it absolutely is. My reality is very firmly fantasy based. So for me, that's real. It's as real as it gets. Right, so what colour next? I'm going to get this dark. Oh no, I'm not. Let's get this purple. Let's get that done, because I'm nearly done with comments, so I'm not going to be going much longer. So let me find that colour if I can. Is it 333? I think it is. Penny would love that colour. One of her favourite purples. She knows I'm joking. I also do need to get a fresh coffee, because my coffee is too cold for me to drink now, and I'm getting a bit of a dry throat. But I'm kind of thinking now that I'll finish this section completely before I put it away again. I think this will be a very... I shall probably work on this a lot more once I get Demure Wisdom done, because that's normally how I work. I might not, you never know, you know, that's the beauty of having two canvases on the go. I might decide that actually, you know, I'm really enjoying the rounds. I might just keep this one going. I may not. I may pull out the next square one and think, no, I'm definitely preferring squares today. I do have days like that. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, Leandri also commented on the live. She just said, here for the hashtag replay. Oh, that's what they're there for. Thank you, Leandri. It is a little bit hard at the minute because I don't know what I'm doing with them, to be fair. Kind of all over the place. Okay. Then we have Dotty Diva just commenting on the unboxing of A Question Reality. She just says, it is beautiful, great images and colours. Hope you kit up and work soon. Hugs, Billy. Well, as you know, that hasn't happened. Not going to be getting kitted up yet. Not just yet. There's quite a few others that I want to kit up before that. Yeah, far too many kits that have just come in. I really want to kit up the Chuck Pinson that I've got as well. Vanessa Hints 6587 just commenting on the kitting down on Firework Firefly. She said these are some of the diamond paintings I would love to do. Oh, you won't be. Is that because you haven't done Diamond Art Club canvases before? You know, if that's the reason, there's no time like the present to give them a go. I can promise you, you will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. I don't know, you know, it took me a good couple of months to think about ordering from Diamond Art Club when I first started. And then when I started working on that first one, it was like instantly tell the difference in quality. And if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to have a hobby that I'm going to use to treat myself, then it needs to be a quality product, because I ain't about cheap, you know. I want to really enjoy that time. I want to really savour that moment. And I know a lot of people don't like being tied to one company, but like I said before, I know what I'm getting with Diamond Art Club. I know the quality I'm getting. I know the customer service I'm going to get. I know the way it's packaged and the way it's presented. You know, I'm a big fan of that. So for me, it will always be Diamond Art Club all the way. But it's surprising how quickly you can go through a section, especially if you are multi-placing. If I was single placing, I would be doing the step method, because that's how I find it to be calming, especially when I'm doing bigger canvases. But I multi-place most of the time now. I can multi-place more on rounds than I can on square. I don't know why. I'm not as bothered by gaps on the rounds as I am on the squares. You know, I'm a bit more of a perfectionist when it comes to the square ones, I think. Because the gaps do matter on there, whereas on round, not so much. And that is the good thing about their symbols being as dark as they are on this. If you don't get it quite right, it's not so much of an issue on a Craftibly as it is on a Diamond Art Club. But I prefer the rendering of Diamond Art Club. I prefer the print. It is what it is. I make no excuses, you know. Don't have to justify it to anybody. But when you've got like quite a large area and you're multi-placing as well, you can very quickly get through some of these sections. Not when you drop random drills on the wrong symbol, however. So the rest of today I am going to be watching YouTube and diamond painting, because that is what my Sunday is for. I will be cooking dinner a little bit later, so I'll take a break for that, but hopefully I can get a fair bit done. I am going to finish this section before I put this one away again because I'm rolling it and keeping it at the side of my desk. I really don't want any unfinished sections sort of just flapping about. Is that all of those? I think it is. Right, and then a comment literally from 56 minutes ago, which is when the video went up on YouTube, from the lovely, let's do it, I'm going to do it, 20101946 Iffy. The lovely Sue, she'll laugh at me for doing that. She said, I received my 4th pen from you this week. I absolutely love your pens. I've got several of the resin prep pens that I don't use now. They're very pretty, of course, but not as comfortable as your pens, so thank you. Oh, thank you, Sue. To anyone who has sent me comments about the pens, thank you, thank you, thank you. Most of the time, if you come up with something, try and put my stopper in the wrong way round. If you come up with something that works for you, 9 times out of 10 it will work for other people. But you're always nervous when you put something new out there. And the thing with the pens is that they work for me. You know, I don't have any problems with finger. I can diamond paint for a lot longer with these pens. They're not the best in the world. I mean, I'm sure as time goes on I will perfect the technique and they will be beautifully perfect, but they are very comfortable to use. They are very light, which I mean, I love my resin pens. I've got a lot of those, not as many as I did have because I've got rid of a load. But I did have a lot of those pens and they are lovely, but they're very heavy and they're all very long, and I don't necessarily feel like you need that, you know. I need the lightness and that softness that will give me a gentle, I didn't do a very good shake then. I need that gentle diamond painting experience. So let me just sort this out where I've gone a bit overboard with where I'm putting my drills. It is the downside when you can't see the symbols very well, but I'm getting there. So yeah, I'm pleased with the pens, and you know, they are, of course, every single pen is unique. There will never be two the same, and I'm sure, time allowing, that's the issue at the minute. Then they're not too bad to make the way that I make them. However, they do take 7 days, sometimes more, to set completely. But I love the fact that they actually mould to your hand over time. That's what I really love, and that's the key thing, isn't it? Because we will pick pens up exactly the same way every time. So the fact that this particular material is very good for holding the memory of that shape makes it perfect. So that is the end of questions, etc. So I'm going to end this whip. I'm going to continue on this section. I'm mainly ending because the dog is scratching at the door to come in, and if I don't let her in, she'll just get really annoyed. But I do need another cup of coffee as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've had some good diamond painting today. Check out Wolf Like Me on Amazon Prime. Watching that, I binge watched the whole of the first season and half the second season yesterday. It's very good. So there's my recommendation. And also, if you are an Audible user, please check out their subscription service, because you can get some fabulous books on there absolutely free, and then you also gain credits over the month. I listen to Audible a lot when I'm working, and if I get bored listening to an audio book, I ring Penny, She's getting used to me breathing heavily down the phone while I'm polishing, or scrubbing as she calls it. I will be back very soon with another video. I wish you all a fantabulous week, and I will see you all very soon. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.